I'm going to be real with you guys. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I just got out of bed to make this video. I didn't see anything in this balance patch yet. I am going to read things wrong. It is going to happen. I apologize in advance, but this is how this works because every time they put the balance patches out, it is, well, not always, but usually the middle of the night here. So anyway, let's get it started. Monster scale balancing. Hopefully optimistic. Hopefully this is at least changes some things that are low on the tier list to be exciting and new, even if they're not, triple S tier, amazing units. Hopefully some of them can at least be used that weren't able to be used that much before. So let's get it started. Scale balancing, some monsters will be adjusted. Water Holly Berry. Nerf. Stun rate is now 50% instead of 100%. Damage reduced by 22%. This was such an RNG unit. And we see Light Mermaids next. Okay, speaking of RNG units, but all of these toxic turn to passive units are now nerfed. It's kind of bittersweet. Like, it's not, well, Molly actually was the same for so long. Now they're nerfing her. I'm kind of surprised that they're nerfing Molly. I expected them to possibly nerf the Holly Berry, but I'm surprised that they're nerfing the Molly of all things. They actually did nerf her. Not that, was it a year ago that they nerfed Molly? They buffed her at some point. I mean, this is, who knows how long of a time span these were in between buffs and nerfs. But yeah, they keep changing Molly. They keep tweaking her and then bring her back to what she used to be. But yeah, so Holly Berry stun rate is down 50%. Damage is down 22%. Molly is now passive activates when an ally, including yourself, is now excluding yourself, gets attacked. So, Dark Onimusha Indomitable passive no longer increases the damage by 30% when attacking an enemy. Did he really need to get nerfed? It's an LD5. He should be strong. I don't think he was game-changing. I mean, like, he is a game-changing unit. If you pull him, you're going to use him, regardless. But I don't think he was ridiculous. Wow, they nerfed a lot of stuff. Dark Desert Queen, Deadly Charm passive, attacking the enemy target under... Like, he still can't be killed when he's stunned, but he doesn't increase the damage like something like Lydia would, for example, like he used to. Attacking an enemy target under harmful effects for the Dark Desert Queen silences the enemy for one turn. Is now one turn with a 60% chance. Exact rate is 80% due to the skill activation chance boost. So she's an RNG unit now. Great. Okay. I mean, all right, let's they're already buffing the Assassin's Creed units. This, we almost never see them change things this fast. I think they, you know what I think this was? I think they possibly didn't sell the amount of packs that they needed to sell, because people were just very bummed about these units. They're like, oh, okay, we don't really care too much. And they have quotas that they have to meet. So that could be, it's a sales numbers thing. That could be why they're buffing this stuff so quickly. This is ridiculous. Wow. Nobody, well, I mean, some people, I guess, might have, but most of us, I don't think, would have expected to see these in this one, in the next one. So anyway, Fire Ezio Master Assassination ignores enemy's defense by additional 20% when attacking the enemy without beneficial effects. Okay. Well, we have him. He's almost fully scaled up at this point on the Europe server, so we can check him out as soon as the patch actually drops and he's in the game. Water and Light Ezio Distraction additionally grants the counterattack effect on an ally target. So this is the threat state. Interesting. Same thing with the Light Altair, which everyone gets, so that one gets a buff as well. Dark Ezio Hidden Gun passive effect added an additional attack on your turn will always land as a critical hit. So this is the one that can't get stunned. Correct? I believe so. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, but I believe so. Firewind and Dark Ezio Nimble Assault decreases attack bar with a 30 is now 50% chance. Okay, nothing ridiculous. Light Ezio Air Assassination effect added skill cooldown of Air Assassination is decreased by 1 turn if the enemy dies. This wasn't he the already usable one? Like he wasn't bad. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say anything. But Fire Baek, Rampage of Rage, effect added, decreases defense for 2 turns with a 30%. That's pretty nice, because it's a 5 hits. He cleanses, he heals, and then he does 5 hits after that. So 5 hits with the chance of defense breaking. It's basically like Sophia now. Sophia's skill 3, except she is a squishy damage dealer, and he is a bruiser. And he also heals himself with fire with skill 3. So, Water and Light Baek. Elite Ambusher decreases enemy's attack bar by 20% each, is now 25% each. So that should be a full attack gauge depletion, because that's 4 hits if I remember correctly. Again, it is 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm trying to remember these things. But I was also like right at the edge of sleep. So Wind Baek, Sickle Blade passive, inflicts continuous damage now 3 turns. Not just 2 turns. Interesting. I don't know. I was so excited about that. Light Baek, Violent Rampage. This is the destroy one. Recovers your HP by 30% of the inflicted damage. Okay. I mean, he's going to be possibly a siege unit. Dark Baek. This is the one where the bird, the eagle, attacks something on your turn. It's kind of like a Celia type skill. Effect added, removes 1 beneficial effect after being stunned from the enemy attack by the... After being stunned. So still not as good Celia. Got it. I mean, it's different, but yeah, that's odd that they would do it in that order. But you know, Cassandra, Fire, Wind, and Dark, Hero Strike, damage increased by 10%. So that is the skill 2, the big nuke. Water Ivor, Might of the Clan passive activation condition mitigated. Required condition for your stats to activate the passive effect when the battle begins is mitigated. Okay. Ivor, Wind, Water, Wind, Dark, Throwing Axe Fury. Now decrease the attack bar by 20% with a 50% chance. This is the one that does the dots, where it's like, it's just dots, not really that exciting. So... what else do we have? Ivor, Fire, Light, Harpoon, Impalement. Now absorbs the enemy's attack bar by 50%. That's nice. It'll be a siege unit, possibly. Dark Totemist, Half Moon Tribe Totem, now provokes for 2 turns. Wasn't that just a Totemist buff out of nowhere? Thank goodness the rest of them are... If Riley got a buff, this would be my last video. I would be done. Couch was like, okay, Riley's going to get a buff. We can't wait to see you go. Howl's Second Awakening, Dark Howl, effect added, decreases the skill cooldown of attack by 2 turns if Cha-Cha and Friends fails to switch the attack power with the enemy target. Okay. Pure Vanilla. I mean, some people really like the Dark Howl, but just the one out of nowhere. Interesting. Pure Vanilla Cookie, Pudding Princess, Fire. Oh, okay. Effect added, attack bar increasing effect granted on allies increased by 30% each is now... Attack bar decreasing effect granted on allies by enemies decreased by 40. Isn't this what I said it should... Did they listen? Guys, I think I'm going to... I'm clearly imagining this. I'm clearly reading this wrong, because I think that they did the thing that I thought would be a good idea. I think they listened, kind of. It's not quite the same, but it's kind of the same. Pure Vanilla Cookie, Pudding Princess. No, I already read that. Wind one. Graceful Determination passive and Bittersweet Taste passive reflects 50% of the damage dealt to the shield. That's quite a lot. That's gonna be nasty. I've seen people use with Jolton even too. I mean, so they would have 2 different reflect damages. That's gonna reflect a decent amount of damage. Okay. They are buffing the things that need to be buffed. Even the new units, even the new Assassin's Creed units, they're at least... Nothing looks like it's going to be OP yet, but like I said, for the 9 millionth time, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to have to sleep on it and then wake up and be like, oh my god, that thing was OP. I didn't even realize. This Fire Pure Vanilla Cookie and Pudding Princess, this looks like it's going to actually be fun, and I plan on actually using that. Shung Peng and Oliver and things like that. Yeah, that's going to be a useful one, I feel. Valkyria buffs. Okay. Oh, Dragon Knight buffs, Occult Girl. Okay, I'm not gonna look too much. Let's read through it, and then we'll Fire Valkyria, Seal of Fire. Effect added removes one beneficial effect granted on the enemy target. And then we have the Water one, freeze the enemy target for 1 turn. Interesting. Light one is now increase the enemy's chance of landing a glancing hit for 2 turns. The light ones are like, why can't I have to freeze? That's what you guys were thinking, weren't it? Wasn't it? All right, so what else do we have? Dragon Knight. I mean, they are at least acknowledging that these things are... I don't think that's really what Camila... I was hoping for with her, but... I mean, they are buffing them. So, Water Dragon Knight, flow passive, now removes 2 harmful effects granted on yourself. HP recovery is nerfed, though. Interesting. It's kind of nasty. I don't think I needed that much HP recovery. Did I? The 2 harmful effects is going to be... Oh, that's going to be nasty, though. Okay. Light Dragon Knight, King's Rage. Effect added increases the enemy's chance of landing a glancing hit for 1 turn when counterattacking. That could be fun. Alright. Light Occult Girl, Light Guardian Angel. Damage proportion to your max HP is now max HP and defense. Which she buffs defense, so... That's a little bit more damage. And then we have skill effect order change, attacks all enemies and then increase. Well, never mind. Yeah. Increases the defense of all allies and then attacks all enemies. Okay, so it is going to do more damage. I thought they did it backwards. I don't know. 4 o'clock. Oh, you already know. Okay. Fire Monkey King Gold Headband passive condition added. Passive effect activates whenever the enemy's turn ends. So he's going to stack faster. I actually do like the Fire Monkey, though. I think I know he's not as meta as he once was in the Gani Hathor era, but I still use the Fire Monkey. I still like him. Fire Panda Warrior. Fusion unit. Panda Supremacy. Inflicts damage proportion to your defense and max HP of the enemy is now your defense. Increases the damage... by 20% for each harmful effect granted on the enemy. For whatever reason, I thought it already did that. What was I thinking that did that? I thought they did this in a previous buff. Cannon Girl, Wind Cannon Girl, Rolling Cannon is now attacks twice. First attack grants Oblivion on the enemy target for 2 turns. Second attack attacks all enemies. This is really... Okay, that's useful. Double attacks and Oblivion. I might actually be using her for arena offense now. We'll test her out, but that's a nice. So they are actually paying attention to the things that need to be buffed. Are they again things that possibly need to get nerfed? I wasn't necessarily personally calling for some of these things to get nerfed. I thought the Hollyberry definitely could have, but. Yeah, at least they are. Some things I was not expecting at all. So we have Meadowline Cookie Choco Knights. Decrease the attack bar with a 50% chance now. Water one is effect added recovers your HP by 20. So the water one is kind of like a Garo, if I recall correctly. Haven't used him since we did the video. Recovers your HP by 20%. Nullifies fatal damage. Removes harmful effects and then recovers HP. I'm gonna have to reread that whole skill though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reread and take a look at all of these individually, because the way they work is kind of different. Chance of activate. So this one is chance of activating harmful effects is now 70% with Commander Strike. Light one silences the enemy for 1 turn is now 2 turns, 50% chance. Will he be? I don't really think that these things are going to be meta just from this, though. Effect added, decrease the attack bar of all enemies by 25% each. That's interesting. Attack bar decrease is nice. Samurai all Sword of the Supreme. So, Comtuous was paying attention to something. Because you guys voted a lot of these samurais low on the tier list, and here we go. I mean, a lot of this stuff are things that you Although it's entirely possible that just many people in the community as a whole are aware that these things are not very strong units. So Sword of Supreme Skywolf now only activates on your turn, not applied to counterattacks. Effects changed. Gains immunity and generates a shield in proportion to your level when Sword of Supreme Skywolf was activated. Now instantly gains a turn when damage adjusted due to the effects change. Let's see how bad it is. Okay. That's pretty nice though. It just combos into itself immediately, so you don't have to wait for an extra turn. That's nice. That's game changing for samurais. Because before you would have had to hope that especially the fire one's gonna be ridiculous. The fire one's gonna AoE defense break, activate Sword of Supreme Skywolf, get another turn, and then AoE nuke everything. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, because like I said, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's gonna be the new t-shirt line. It's no, it's not. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Let's just finish this. Samurai, water charging / decrease the attack bar with now 100% chance, which will still get resisted, don't worry. Samurai Wind, Thunder Wield, effect added steals all the beneficial effects from the enemy target. Steals all the beneficial effects from the enemy target. That's kind of nice. Just think of it like the segment, skill 3. I mean, or other things, or like chilling. What else? I don't think it really matters what else. We have stats of some monsters. Dark Valkyria finally gets... It's not a huge change, but it is a change. Wow, 100 more attack power. At least they're finally acknowledging after 9 years. You know, we might have the wrong stats on here. It seems crazy, but we might have the wrong stats on here. Wow, it's almost like someone had come to us. No, don't say that. It's like they actually paid attention and said, hey, maybe we don't want resistance as the awakening effects on the battle angels, who are damage dealing units, who doesn't really matter if they resist things or not, they're gonna die. Well, maybe the wind one resistance is not as bad on her, but critical rate increased for the fire one, speed increased for the wind one. I think a lot of people are gonna be... To perform really well, she needed a lot of different... Well, you could say that about any monster, really, but she needed a lot of different things. So, she had high rune requirements, and this just makes it a little bit easier. Wow, actually, that makes it a lot. It's 15, though. She's very pretty fast. This might actually be game changing. This might. Yeah. That might be game changing. The samurais cannon girl. Pure vanilla. The fire pure vanilla. Some of these I think is gonna make meta. Not everything for RTA. I don't mean everything for RTA. I just mean like in their respective places. Like samurais for arena offense. They've always been okay at arena offense, but now same thing with Christina. Oblivion's going to be not that many units do Oblivion, and I think that was that's not what I would have done, but I think that will make her. I think it's going to be nice. I think it's going to be a noticeable improvement. And then we have all the assassins now have leader skills. So attack power. Didn't they have leader skills before, or just like siege accuracy or some? I don't know, guys. It's. Oh, you already know, right? I don't have to say it. Yeah, not bad leader skills. Fire assassin, good for bruiser teams. Enemies keep healing and healing and healing and healing, and she just ignores defense after they keep healing so much. Like for Riley defenses, where she just gets all the turns. Water assassin, I know people already... they usually use the Susano lead for a lot of the water assassin. Not always, but for a lot of the teams with the water assassin. Critical rate for the wind assassin. I don't think that's really going to make her meta. Attack speed, though. 19% attack speed everywhere for the dark assassin. That's going to be interesting. Anything gets a speed lead. People start taking a second look at it, and I think she's going to be nice. And then they have some skill error fixes, which is nothing ridiculous. Yeah, I already mentioned what I think is going to actually be changed noticeably. So they did start working on the Assassin's Creed units. I don't know that that's... Well, I don't know if it's going to make them like a huge difference. Some of them, like the Fire Bayek, I think that the defense breaks could be really noticeable. Will be really noticeable. Defense breaks, speed leads, base speed changes, crit rate changes, stat changes. A lot of these things are... you really feel when you're actually playing that may not seem as impactful in the meta, or sorry, impactful in the balance patch when you first just see it at a glance. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now because I don't even know what I'm saying. I mean, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, that's it for this one. I'm gonna go to bed. I will see you as always. Let me know what you think about this balance patch. I will see you as I at least appreciate that they're listening and trying to buff things without getting too ridiculous. I know that they are trying to set things up for future balance patches, for filler for future balance patches, so they're kind of trying to stretch it as much as they can. I am at least aware of that, but at least they're like, hey, we know that these things need more. So anyway, that's it for this one. I will see you as always in the next one.